Look at your bank balance, where $1,247 sit quietly tonight. This is not just a digit, but the actual oxygen supply for your survival. You feel the silent hum of humiliation vibrating through your expensive leather office chair. Money is the invisible air that dictates how deep you can finally breathe today. Without this liquidity, the city becomes a cold, concrete cage with no escape route. You exchange your finite biological time for a digital digit on a flickering screen. Every hour spent at that desk is a piece of your youth dying forever. The bi-weekly paycheck is the most dangerous drug ever invented by corporate gods. It is the precise dose of morphine needed to kill your inner human rebellion. It keeps you just comfortable enough to never think about burning the system down. You are a high-end battery being drained to power a machine you do not own. Your soul is being sold in 14-day increments for a mediocre lease on life. The tragedy is not that you are poor, but that you are comfortably enslaved. You wear a $600 watch to impress people you actually deeply despise. That German car in the driveway is a leash, disguised as a status symbol. Status is a heavy tax you pay to people who are just as broke. You are buying things you do not need with money you do not possess. Your Instagram feed is a polished museum of a life you cannot truly afford. Credit cards allow you to eat the living flesh of your own future self. Every swipe of the plastic is a day stolen from your 60-year-old self's peace. We are a generation of actors performing wealth while our net worth is negative. The luxury apartment is a gold-plated cage that requires your total, absolute submission. You trade your peak creative years for the temporary admiration of complete, total strangers. The modern world has convinced you that spending is the same as actually living. You are chasing a phantom of success that retreats every time you get closer. The more you display your fake wealth, the faster your real freedom vanishes away. The blue light of your laptop flickers against the absolute death of your dreams. Path A is a 40-year marathon, ending in a very modest, suburban graveyard plot. Path B requires a violent, painful divorce from the comfort of your steady paycheck. $187 spent today is $1 million lost at age 40. Compound interest is the only force that can truly break your heavy iron chains. You are currently on the wrong side of the greatest mathematical engine ever built. The spreadsheet does not lie, even when you try to comfort your own ego. You see the math of your life and realize you are walking toward nothingness. 20 years of labor have resulted in a net worth of 0 or less. Realization hits you like a physical blow to the center of your chest. You have been trading your life force for trinkets that have already lost value. The 2-week machine has successfully turned your potential into a predictable monthly expense. It is time to look into the abyss of your finances and stop blinking. Most people will close this video now because the truth burns their fragile ego. The reality of their own cowardice is too heavy for them to carry tonight. If you choose to stay and decode the mechanics of leverage, subscribe right now. This is the filter that separates the masters from the permanent, mindless wage slaves. The ceiling of your salary is the floor for those who actually own you. If you want to stop being a line item and become a capital coordinator, join the minority who understands that time is more valuable than any fake status. The following secrets are only for those who are ready to kill their comfort. We are moving from the psychology of lack to the cold logic of leverage. Only the ones who can handle this surgical truth deserve to be truly free. Your old identity must die for the sovereign version of you to finally breathe. The door is closing on the weak. The architects of the future remain here. Wealth is not having money, but having assets that generate money while sleeping. You must stop selling your time and start coordinating the global flow of capital. Below $500,000, you buy assets to build your primary financial fortress. Above $500,000, the assets begin to buy each other quite automatically. A luxury car has a total cost of ownership that drains your vital soul. That same capital in a diversified index fund buys you a decade of freedom. Stop being a consumer of products and start being a producer of scalable value. The internet is a global leverage machine that works 24 hours every single day. You can build a digital empire while the rest of the world is sleeping. Code and media are the new forms of leverage that require no human permission. One well-placed investment is worth more than 1,000 hours of manual, physical labor. Stop asking for a raise and start asking how to own the entire equity. True wealth is the ability to disconnect your income from your physical presence. Real power is silent and does not need a logo on its tired chest. Attention is a heavy tax paid by those who lack actual, real, sovereign wealth. Old money moves through the world like a ghost in a fine cashmere coat. They do not seek social media likes because they already own the platforms used. Privacy is the ultimate luxury in an age where everyone is selling their souls. When you are truly wealthy, you have nothing to prove to a dying world. The loudest person in the room is usually the one with the most debt. The quietest person in the room usually owns the building you are standing in. True power is invisible because it does not need the validation of the masses. Your goal is to be rich, but look anonymous to the predatory naked eye. Avoid the trap of the new rich who spend their capital on fleeting visibility. Build your fortress in the shadows, where the taxman and the envious cannot see. Sovereignty is the ability to exist without needing to explain your life to anyone. Freedom is the divine, absolute right to say no to anyone at any time. Your legacy is moving the starting line forward for the generations that follow. The cycle of the two-week machine ends the moment you stop complying today. You are no longer a victim of the system, but an architect of reality. Money is the tool you use to buy back the time you once sold. The final stage of wealth is the total reclamation of your own human agency. You can finally look at the world and decide exactly how you will play. The $1,247 that once terrified you is now just a rounding error in history. You have survived the surgery and emerged with a mind made of cold steel. The two-week machine has lost its power over your heart and your future. Go forth and build something that outlives the memory of your own name. The game is over for the slaves. For you, the game has just begun. You are finally free to breathe the air that you actually, truly, fully own.